before they even had child pornography, when children were just not, doing that. And they had somebody one time when I was in college sent me a picture of two old men, and they were naked in a room. I remember getting this email.
Oh, Lemon Party.
And
I've probably seen the same image.
And they had a kid like sitting on a bed.
No, I haven't seen that image.
Right? And in my mind, I'd never thought about old people and children and sex, or anything wild like that.
Wait.
So I remember seeing it and be like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. But I remember seeing it and be like, what a crazy idea. Like, everybody is naked, and so like life is naked. This is just it's almost like an art. Like this is how people, it's like this is when they're old and this is when they're young and these guys are, watching TV or whatever, I thought. So I sent it to everybody I knew. I was like, guys, this is so silly. And dude, I remember like 2 years later running into an ex-girlfriend and she goes, well, what have you been up to with your life, right? She goes, yeah, well, nobody will forget that time that you sent that picture of two old men and a naked kid to everybody. You don't think I have talent? Well, let's see if I do,
Right, yeah.
So then I just got into stand-up, and I always like making people laugh. Like I used to do a similar thing when I was a child. At the lunch table, we'd get some kids who were mentals, or a couple of them might have been mentals, and a couple kids that were well, and we get there and sit them to make them drink milk. And then tell jokes and do stuff until one of them just blew milk out of their face, And if you get some straight up, just couple mentals, boy, some straight up sawed off humans, you get them to straight up blow leche out their dome, dude. That's America right there. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I knew I was like, I got some kind of a gift here, I almost blew the throat out of this one boy.
Yeah.
Almost blew the throat out of this one boy named Tot, T-O-T was his name. Kind of a bad name too to be mentally challenged, but also easy for him to spell. And I'm not joking, that's what his father said. And easy for him to spell backward and forward. Same name, Tot. So that's true, man.
Was this guy's his name was Todd?
Yeah, dude. Why are you so laughing at him?
It's just a funny sounding name, that's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Like an eighth of an ounce in its chest plate, bro. You can't even make a wish on their bones, There's nothing in there.
Where do you get all those hamsters from?
Well, they breed them in our town. I used to work for this group. They used to sell tattooed hamsters and guinea pigs after,
They tattoo them?
Yeah, they used to brand them with concerts and raves. They would say it's tattooed just to make people not be as sad about it. But it was a brand, bro.
Of what?
With like heat and ink, bro.
For what? Like, what did it say?
311, Green Day, anything like of different bands that were coming to town. Toadies. Swear to God, bro. Toadies, Acid Bath. Who else? Rave. Whatever, bro. We used to truck these hamps into the city and fucking vend them, bro. We did, man. Because there wasn't much work in our town, dude. You had to get what you could get, and they had a man that bred hamsters, and then they had to do the tattoos, and they fucking met up, and that was a merger. That's big business, And they started
a merger.
They started doing it.
Man, I got me some 300 mouse in my house and shit. And some other guy's like, you know what, man? I'm a pretty good tattoo artist.
That's Louisiana.
And that's it. A merger is formed.
That means someone listening to this right now has had a hamster with like a band label on it. Like,
who the fuck buys a hamster? Listen, if I went to a concert, do you think I'm bringing a hamster home with fucking AC/DC? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be fucked up the whole night with this hamster in my pocket.
But when you leave, Coco, when you leave the place, that's when we get you, bro. You get it there. Hey, people are leaving. They're on ecstasy pills. They're on Molly. You leave. You get that fucking hams. You get that warm little piece of God in their hands. They buy it every time.
Good news. Theo Vaughn just stopped in to say hello. He goes, I'm just going to bother you guys. And he's here to do just a couple things. I guess he's going to do a couple of impressions. Theo, can you do, I think you have a Crystalia impression.
Did you just burst in here?
Is that the Crystalia? That's so good, dude. Jeez, that's so
man.
Is that Chris?
Is it Chris here?
His hair's longer than mine and
It's
different.
true.
I swear to God, for a second, I thought that was Crystalia. I was so on it. Now, what would be? Can you do an impression of, like, say, me?
Let me see. Brian Callens?
Yeah.
Brian Callens.
Romania. My cousin, the beekeeper.
God, that's
Man, I don't.
That's amazing. Romania and beekeeper, I say a lot.
I thought it
do
was
have a
Brian
cousin.
for a second. I thought, are there 2 Callens in this room?
Why were you going like this with your fingers? You were
there
pushing them
2?
up in the air like that.
Holding the world up.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's got to do it because Brendan.
Okay, that's so good.
It's almost like Andy Kaufman.
What, do you
Chris always does it. He's like 9 legs when he comes in here.
He's like an octopus.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what he does.
Hold my leg, Brendan.
Do you have a Brendan impression?
Let me see.
This is so impressive.
I mean, it's spot on, dude.
yeah.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad about it.
Wow.
Dude.
Black Rifle Coffee. Fancy shoes.
Well, that was dude.
Cobbs this Friday and Saturday.
Is that me?
Yes.
Is that
Dude,
me?
that's it. Do you feel like you just heard yourself? I was like, Brendan?
You should put on Saturday Night Live now.
feel like a
Nah,
kid.
but you're beautiful, man.
Yeah,
You're a good
I
guy.
appreciate it, man.
You seem like a really good guy, and I'm happy that you found a lady that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember seeing you guys laugh and just like being like goofy, and just seemed like I was like, man, these 2 kids are. Hope they don't have a child, you know, because this child's going to be mentally handicapped. But I also remember, because where I'm from, if you see 2 mentals hugging, you call the cops on them. And that was a rule when I was young, and that's true, dude. That's true. If you see 2 mentals hugging, you call the cops immediately, because once 2 mentals don't make a non-mental. You know, rarely do they. And it's a risk, and it's high risk, low reward. That's what they call that. Yeah, I'm at the Hard Rock Roxino in Cleveland. It's actually in the burbs, man. Hard Rock Roxino in Cleveland, Northfield, it's called. June 3rd through the 5th. And then I'm at Punchline in Atlanta, June 9th through the 12th. You catch me on Doug Benson's podcast. I'll be on his podcast there, too. I think they're taping that there. Then I'm going to the beach with my family. We'll be down there in fucking St. Joe's. I don't know if it's Alabama or Florida, dude. It's going to be fucked up. I'll be vlogging a little bit of that. I dropped a vlog on YouTube. You can check it out. It's called This Past Weekend. And I'll be with my family. And then that's it, man. Am I fucking just saying crazy shit now? I'm so fucked up. In July, I'll be in...
You're like, man, next May I'm gonna be at the barbecue.
I'll be eating pizza.
At least
I'm just going through my
promise
calendar, dog.
Jesus Christ!
ahead,
Give me
dude.
2 dates. He whips out the fucking. He whips out the webpage. He starts dropping dates in fucking in 2018.
Look at the producer, dude.
He's doing a tour with Margaret Cho in 2018.
I'll be giving blood.
And this other poor fucking Zombo. Go get some hair already, you fuck. You gotta sit there, like a Buddhist who's been shot.
Have you ever been to Amsterdam?
Yeah.
I feel like you get in some weird shit in Amsterdam.
We went to a sex show. I took my girlfriend over there, and we went and watched this sex show. And it was, the main stars were out. I guess it was like a flu going around, and so they had some real third stringers on the wheel.
They had the B team.
Oh, dude, they had the fucking water boy and his female cousin in there, you know? I mean, this is something in your country, they probably would have ate these people, Chin Yun. But here's what I'm saying is that it was like a lazy Susan, right? And so you get in a little room that are all around this lazy Susan, and your little room has a window that faces.
Wait, what's a lazy Susan?
A lazy Susan's like a thing that spins around that your grandmother had, like if you opened her drawer.
Okay.
And you would spin it.
Yeah. So there's windows all around this lazy Susan.
Yeah, there's windows all around this lazy Susan. And you go in and you get your little booth and you can go stand in there and watch it through your window to see the lazy Susans. So you can see a few other people kind of vaguely who are in their windows.
You can't see them doing like jacking off and nothing.
You can't see them, but you can guess that they're probably jacking off.
Okay.
And then you can see it a little bit in your head, in your imagination.
Yeah, and then what was going on the...
So I was in there.
the show?
Oh, it's too fucking... I mean, it was like the guy could barely even fuck, dude. It was like he had just won like a fuck drawing somewhere that he never thought he would win, you know, but he did all the entries. And it was like he was fucking somebody. It was like he was fucking somebody he knew he wasn't supposed to be fucking, you know? It's like the first couple times, like you ever pierce yourself, but you don't put it all the way through the first time. You just kind of keep checking for where it's okay. That was this dude, bro. It was like.
He's just trying to figure it out on the fly.
Oh, yeah.
He has a crowd.
He was just working freelance, man.
And the girl was not hot.
Oh, the girl was not hot, bro. And then here's the crazy thing. Then I didn't want to watch him fuck.
No, I wouldn't either.
You have to stay in your little cage until
he finishes.
No, please no. Please no, dude.
Please no. Well,
I don't want that.
I thought those were the rules, son.
No, you just have to stay in there until there's a certain amount of time. I think it's 3 minutes. Something you get in there before your door open up.
Oh, thank God.
So then you're like locked into watching these people fuck, dude. And it got harrowing, man.
Oh.
I was like cheering at first for somebody, and then I wasn't. And then I just it's like when you don't want to watch the game anymore.
Yeah, you're just over it. You're like,
Yeah.
turn the shit off.